So I'm just going to step through the program. So this is just opening up the connection. Message box just checks that it's actually connected. Pulls all the data across for the sessions. So that's just so that I know that that bit's actually worked. So these little console.write lines are just so that I know, like when I'm running the program, that each bit's actually been done. This is the same as the sessions data, but just getting it for the instructors. This just does a count to check how many sessions have actually been sent. Again, that's just a way for me to check that it's been done. So this is where I begin to have the issue in that it's working, and it works for the first few, but then it gets to here and it stops, and I haven't figured out why. I'm trying to figure out why, and if I figure out why, I will make a new video, but for now this is the problem. I don't really know what's wrong, so I'm going to stop debugging. I've googled the error, tried to fix it, it's not working, so I'm going to have to look at it again. I think I've got an alternative piece of code that I might try and see if that works instead, which is here. So I will have a look at that, see if I can get that to work. But if not, just show you what the rest of my program is. So if that was to work, I would have had this, and then I would have had my matching loop. So from the matching loop, that's here. So this just calls it. So for each session in this list, so this is the bit where the list is created, and so I think that this bit, because this bit's crashing, this bit probably won't work. So even if I can bypass this bit won't work until I can get this bit to work. So I'll have to sort something out. But then it calls this subroutine matching here with the current session ID and the current preference setting. This just gets all the instructors which have said that they can do that session under that preference, and then that data which is brought over is used in this in this algorithm here. So this is like my main processing, and then once that's worked, so this is if I've got the exact right number, and it just sends the session and the session ID, the session ID and the instructor's ID straight over to the assign function. Then this is if I've got too many, it randomly selects one as a starting point, then picks the next one and the sequential ones after that as instructors. And because there'll only be 2 or 3, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. And then this is if I've got too few, this then brings up the next set of preference settings and use the recursive function, as you can see here, to pull all the data across. And then this is my actual assign function. So this then creates new, this instantiates the class assign session, which is down here. So this inherits session and has an instructor ID, an assigned instructor ID as its other variable. And then once it's finished doing that, then it just closes the connection, does a read line so that I can see anything in the console, and then that's the end of my program. So I will work on it, see if I can get it to work, and I may very well re-upload.